Sucks being you. We think that putting on a play is a bad idea. A horrible idea. A rotten idea. A putrid, stinking, slimy, greenish liquid oozing. You'd rather kiss your brother full on the mouth than have to deal with this idea. So we aren't going to do it. Period. So don't ask. Don't plead. And whatever you do, don't beg. It just looks sad. But we are out here, and you may be wondering why. We're out here with a message. We're out here with a warning. We're out here to teach you 22 reasons not to be in a play. Reason number 1. Plays suck. Reason number 2.
When you were in 2nd grade, you had a teacher named Miss Griswold. She was older than God, and she smelled like stale coffee and gym socks. When she came in every morning, she said,
"Now students, pay close attention. Focus. Focus. Focus is the key to success."
She invented amazing methods of torture using construction paper and popsicle sticks. And she would turn completely normal questions into sadistic games of chance that you would always lose.
Miss Griswold, can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. May you? What? May you go to the bathroom? Well, that's what I'm asking. Can I? Well, I'm assuming that you can, but I don't yet know if you may. Miss Griswold, I really have to go. Then you can go. Thank you. But you may not go until I have given permission. But Miss Griswold, you just did.
By that point, you had either made a puddle on the floor or had run out of the room in desperation. A crime for which you paid by writing, "I will not run out of the room in desperation" 7 million times with her breathing on you until you got it done. Miss Griswold.
Miss Griswold.
You had Miss Griswold, and she decided to put you in a play.
You were only in 2nd grade, still in your formative years.
It was a play about loving the earth, and you spent weeks with your hands in paper mache trying to put together the costumes and the props.
Only 7 years old and so terribly impressionable.
It was a play Miss Griswold wrote, and it had lines in it like,
"If we don't get busy and plant all those seeds, the earth will be able to meet all our needs." No, Emily. Put more emphasis on the word needs. I want you to fully experience that word. I want you to taste it in your mouth. Do you understand? Say the word needs. Needs. Say it like you mean it. Needs. Say it like the most important thing in the world for you to do right now is to say the word needs. Needs. Emily, say it as if I'm going to take you home and throw you in the hot oven if you don't say it right. Needs, needs, needs. Much better.
you were small for your age. Everything was so intimidating to you, especially Miss Griswold.
Miss Griswold.
She made you put on a tree costume. It itched like you had lice all over your body. And when you tried to turn your head, you faced the inside of the tree and you couldn't see.
Miss Griswold, I can't see. Oh, quiet. Now, Emily, how are you going to say needs? With feeling, with passion. I don't want to go in your oven. Oh, stop crying. We're about to start. Now, where's my head of broccoli? Miss Griswold, I can't. Quiet. We're starting now. You felt tiny and inconsequential in a huge, overwhelming world, and she shoved you into a tree from which you could not escape.
You could barely walk because the tree trunk was so small. You had to take tiny steps just to keep your balance. Only about 10 minutes into the play, Jessie Givens, who was dressed as a skunk, bumped into you. You fell.
Only 7 years old, in 2nd grade, unhappy life flashed before your eyes.
You lay on the floor for the rest of the play because your arms were trapped at your sides. Miss Griswold was whispering frantically from the wings.
Keep going, you little delinquents. Don't you dare stop. There's an audience out there.
No child should have to endure such trauma.
Nobody stopped the play to help you up, and by the second act of this 5-act epic called Mother Earth is Your Patient and You Are the Nurse, everyone had forgotten you were inside the papier-mâché tree and had started to sit on you during their scenes.
Such stress.
The papier-mâché buckled over your face, and you were sure your classmates dressed as skunks and chipmunks and flowers were going to come crashing through your costume and suffocate you. Hour after hour, you could only lay there and stare at your own bark as your classmates recited their horrible lines.
Oh, Earth, we love you like crazy, and we're sorry we sometimes get sloppy and lazy. The trees all around, like maple, beech, and ash, just shouldn't have to put up with all of our trash.
When everyone had finished and taken their bows and had exited the stage, you were still left there, a lonely and forgotten tree, feebly calling for help. By the time your mother found you, you had given up and had gone to sleep. And in that sleep, you had your first nightmare, where Miss Griswold was a giant tree coming at you with 1,000 play scripts hanging from her branches. And you couldn't run, you couldn't scream, you couldn't move. That nightmare came back night after night for weeks and months. Eventually, you had it less and less often, but every time you do have it, including last week, you wet the bed.
A classic case of post-traumatic stress syndrome. You poor child.
So now, whenever anybody mentions being in a play, you smell papier-mâché and you see the inside of a tree and you hear Miss Griswold's voice saying, "Needs! Needs!" And you walk away very, very quickly.